This is a normal game of TDS. Or is it? A military base of a hidden army? This weird looking minigunner? Yeah. Turns out, the TDS developers have a secret stash of rejected ideas. Stuff that's so wild, it makes you wonder if they were like sleep deprived when they thought of it. But hey, even the craziest ideas, they can be kind of fun, right? So, I'm diving deep into this pile of rejected concepts to see if any of them deserves a second chance. We'll rank them, we'll laugh at them, and maybe, just maybe, we'll find a hidden gem. And hey, if you think my rankings are trash, you're probably right. First up, let's talk about something that almost made it into the game. The Perk Shop. I remember when I first heard about Perk Shops. I was so excited, thinking I could finally unlock that overpowered ability. But then, I imagined, grinding for hours just to unlock 10% faster walking speed. Or something like that. God. Doesn't that sound crazy? Probably not how it works, but I'm kinda curious how it would have worked. But maybe it's better that they scrapped it. But wait, there's more. Hidden deep within the game's code, secret tower perks were lurking, just waiting to be discovered. Eventually someone did. With some controller combinations like it was a GTA cheat code, this menu showed up. Can you picture a freezer with haste 3, a soldier firing molten bullets, or a minigunner firing frozen bullets? That was just a rhetorical question. These uncanny abilities were almost a reality, but sadly they were scrapped before we could experience them. I will put them in B tier. Although interesting, it would definitely be a very confusing concept to get used to. So we had these crazy unused perks that could have totally changed the game. But let's talk about something more mind-blowing. Remember the military base? That tower with its selfless sacrifice is one of the most iconic features in TDS. But did you know that supposedly it was supposed to do even more? Back in the day, the military base was supposed to spawn soldiers. Imagine a tower that could unleash a horde of units to defend your base. It would have been a game changer. Unfortunately, this feature was never implemented. It's a shame because it would have been a really cool and unique way to use the military base. But even without it, the military base is still a goated tower, valuable to any defense. So with that, this idea deserves to go in B tiers. So, we see some wacky rejected ideas already, but get this. There's one concept so wild, it could have turned TDS upside down. I'm saving the best for last though, so you gotta keep watching. So the military base could have been a tower spawning powerhouse, but you know what's even crazier? The accelerator almost had its own drones. An army of them. Imagine a tower that could have summoned flying units to help it out. It's like that tower had its own personal bodyguard, but unfortunately, the drones were scrapped, probably because they would have caused too much lag. I mean, just think about it. 8 accelerators with their own drones. It would have been like a drone swarm taking over the map. No wonder it never made it into the game. My poor potato PC at the time would have exploded. Although cool, this idea would have to go into D tier. It would have been a horrible lag machine. But hey, it's fun to dream about what could have been, but who knows? Maybe one day we'll see these drones make a return. In a lag-free version, of course. So those were the scrapped features. But what if instead of adding more to the towers, they just supercharged them? These leaked designs are enough to make any TDS fan drool. Too bad they never saw the light of day. Or did they? Let's dive into the mystery of evolved towers. These were like the supercharged versions of the regular towers. Imagine an overpowered scout, a kingpin that could wipe out entire waves, or a juggernaut that could solo the final boss. It would have been insane. It's like having a team of legendary heroes defending your base. So then, what happened? Maybe they were just too powerful, or maybe they didn't fit with the game's balance. Either way, it's a shame we never got to try them out. I mean, just think about the strategies we could have made. Would you place multiple golden towers or just instead focus on a single overpowered unit? The possibilities were endless. This would have been S tier content for sure. Hopefully one day they'll bring back these evolved towers and give us a whole new way to play TDS. We are just getting started, and trust me, some of the later ideas are even wilder than this. Remember when the consumables update dropped? We got this awesome airstrike and supply drop, but there was actually more consumables that never made it. We're talking about the Jeep, a speedy vehicle that could finish off any attack in no time, or the force field, a shield that could protect you from any attack. Heck, I couldn't even guess what the force field did. It was just a guess. Though, it could have been a game changer. But sadly, these consumables were rejected. It's like the developers were teasing us, showing us a glimpse of what could have been. This will go into C tier since we already got some useful consumables, so I don't see how these would make sense. But maybe one day we'll get to see these rejected consumables in action, but until then, we could only dream. Man, the developers were brainstorming some seriously strange stuff. But this next one, it's like something out of a dream, or maybe a nightmare? Depending how you look at it. Now let's move on to a tower so powerful it was almost too good to be true. It was called the King Tower, and it was supposed to be a level 300 tower. Imagine a tower so strong it could have single-handedly defended your base. Well, that's what I like to guess. Unfortunately, the king never made it into the game. Maybe it was too overpowered, or maybe it just didn't fit with the game's balance. Either way, it's a shame that we never got to see it in action. This will go into B tier since a level 300 tower is just unheard of. The highest one right now is level 150, so that's almost double. It would have made the game a lot more grindier than it already is. Okay, this next one is wild. We're talking about admin towers. You know, those super powerful towers that only admins can use? Well, there's one admin tower that was actually available to the public for a short time. The Mecha Base. Can you believe it? During the hardcore beta testing, anyone could have bought this tower. I don't think anyone actually did though. It's a shame because it's a pretty cool tower. It would have been awesome to see it in action in regular games. I'm putting this one in A tier. It got potential and I would love to see it make a comeback in future updates, just as a regular tower that anyone could use. So, the Mecha Base could have been a game changer, but hey, sometimes the best ideas come from the players themselves, right? That's right, we're diving into the world of community-driven ideas. Those wild concepts, those brilliant suggestions, those things that would make us go, why didn't they add that? So hold on tight, cause we're gonna dive into some seriously mind-blowing stuff. Okay, let's talk about skins. You know those cosmetic things that make your tower look all fancy? Well, some skins never saw the light of day. Like the Archer for example, it got a cool few skins like Valentine's, Huntsman, and Spooky, but did you know that there was supposed to be a fourth? The Ninja skin. Pretty awesome actually, but for some reason it just vanished. Like a ninja. Seriously, it was a cool concept. And then there's the Apocalyptic Tank skin. This one was teased in the Frost Invasion trailer and some Discord messages, but it never made it into the game. Luckily, we could still check it out in the modded version, and it's a shame it's not officially in the game. It would have been a nice addition, considering the skins that we have for military base practically looks the same. Oh, and remember that gladiator skin for the OG players? The one that's supposed to be based on the Swordmaster. Yeah, that never happened either. And who could forget the lemonade farm? A lemonade stand as a farm skin. That's just brilliant. I wonder why they scrapped that one though. There's even a cool remake of it by a community member. And finally, there's the Arsenal skin. This one was supposed to be part of a collab with the game Arsenal, but it never happened. I was in love with the two games at the time. Little me was so happy seeing that tweet, not knowing it was just a myth. I'm gonna put these in A tier. They are very cool, but they are just skins. It's a shame because they were really cool skins. But maybe one day they'll revisit these ideas and give us some of these awesome skins. If you thought those concepts were cool, buckle up because things are about to get even better. Well, that's what I would like to think. Ever heard of skin crates? Those things where you gamble your Robux for a chance to get a cool skin? There's one that you might have never heard of. It's called the Content Creator Skin Crate. And guess what? Inside it, if you couldn't guess, has all of the content creator skins. You know, the ones that represent YouTubers like me? Since we're talking about it, I'm trying to get my own skin, so it'd be nice if you subscribed. It'd be a pretty cool dream come true. The crates is really cool, but there's a catch. It's currently only available to developers. Why? Waiting for these skins to show up in the shop can take forever. Sometimes weeks, sometimes months. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna put this in A tier. They're only skins after all. Hopefully they will release this crate because it's actually pretty cool. Man, those YouTuber skin crates would be awesome, but you know what else is awesome? Taking a trip down memory lane. That's right, we're about to enter the realm of nostalgic features. And we're getting close to the grand finale, and let me tell you, the best is yet to come yet. Let's talk about emotes. Remember those old emotes that they used to have in TDS? Some of them were actually pretty wild. They even had the Fortnite default dance at one point. I just checked and actually they just added it back. Also, who could forget the Parrot Party emote? That was a classic. It's a shame they removed it. I used to love making dance chains with my friends back in the day. I even had old clips of me parrot dancing. Oh, and remember that Congo emote? The one where everyone could join in as well? That was pretty cool. It's a shame it's only for developers. There was also this weird bumper cart emote. You just basically speeding across the map. It was kind of pointless, but it was kind of fun seeing it back in the day. And then there's that fave emote. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they removed that one. It was a little much. It's kind of sad that so many emotes have come and gone in TDS. They added so much personality to the game. Maybe one day they'll bring some of them back. I'm gonna put these in A tier since some of them were kind of nostalgic to me. Yeah, I'm a bit biased, so what? We're approaching endgame now, and let me tell you, the final rejected idea is really unbelievable. It's the kind of thing that could have changed TDS forever. But before that, we gotta talk about the unused lobbies. You know, it's funny how some things in TDS just disappear, like those unused lobbies. Remember the space station or even that weird 2020 overhaul lobby? Other than those two, there's always been one that stuck with me. The Frost Invasion lobby. It was supposed to be for the 2021 winter event, but it never made it into the game. This leaked version was amazing. All of those festive decorations, the cool details, it looked way more fun than what we ended up getting. The one we ended up getting was kind of bland. It's a shame, really. This Frost Invasion lobby could have been something special. It would have added so much to the atmosphere of the event. This is gonna be in B tier. It's just wasted potential, to be honest. But hey, at least we have these leaked to remind us what could have been. It's like a little glimpse into an alternate TDS timeline. Alright, it's time for the grand finale. The ultimate what if. The idea that almost rewrote TDS history. Get ready. Yeah, that's a bit dramatic. Remember that Golden Outlaw art? That fan made one that Below Natural himself said he might add to the game? Imagine if he add a 7th golden skin. It could have been insane. Maybe it would have been super overpowered, or maybe it would have had some crazy unique abilities. It could have changed the game forever. We could only imagine. It just goes to show that even the wildest ideas can spark our imagination and get us to think about new possibilities. So next time you're playing TDS, take a moment to appreciate all the creativity that goes into it. Even the ideas that get left behind. And that's the beauty of TDS, really. It's a constantly evolving game, shaped by developers and the community. Who knows, maybe one day that Golden Outlaw will make a comeback.